So there was another shooting involving a police officer. I believe the victim was Makia Bryant. She's not Irish. There's a video from the neighbor, and seemingly it shows what occurs, but it's much different than the Floyd situation, because the officer was acting as an agent for the girl without a weapon in the situation. Many people are jumping to the, Black Lives Matter, and LeBron James now are jumping to the in defense of Makia. She was young. Some people are saying 15, but she's 16. It's a sticky situation. I don't think the officer will be convicted of anything, because I don't really think he did anything. I don't think he was trying to kill anybody. I think he was protecting somebody from someone that had some anxiety going on. Maybe a taser would have been a better idea, some other form of non-lethal retaliation. But he had to do that, because if she kills this girl, he still would have to incapacitate that woman. And if he didn't have a taser, he would have to use lethal force to stop this from occurring. If he let someone else pass away in front of him, he would get as many attacks from the media as he would if he did what he did. And so that's sort of the issue. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't in his situation. And maybe one shot would have sufficed, I suppose. But he would have got chastised regardless of what he did. The girl was holding a knife. Bryant was holding a knife. I believe she was in a hot pink bodysuit or tracksuit or something. And I don't get it. I don't get where you can be upset about it. I mean, LeBron James is tweeting, "You're up next," to the police officer. And then blaming it on his emotions. Well, have less emotions. I don't know what to tell you. The girl was acting incorrectly. That's why they called the police on her. Why would African Americans call the police on somebody with the current state of race tensions in the country? Why would they call the police unless it was serious? Why would somebody call the police? That's sort of the issue. It's a very complicated situation, and that officer, regardless of what he did, was going to get chastised unless he had a taser and was basically Superman in the situation and diffused it magically, which seemed very unlikely due to the tensions in the situation and the prior events, the context of the situation. It was very difficult. We'll see what happens with him, and maybe he does get charged with something, but it shouldn't be murder, because he was acting as an agent in the situation. And I believe they'll look into that, but we'll see. I mean, we saw the Chauvin trial, which is a different situation. I mean, that was torturous in many ways. Still don't think that went down the correct way either, if I'm being honest with you. But LeBron James, he's causing a lot more issues than he's helping. He's screwing up race relations in the country, and he's not trying to breach them in any way. Tweeting "you're next" without really looking over what happened is a troublesome thing. So he might be speaking for the community as a whole, but if he's doing that, then maybe he should take some time to review the footage, which there's plenty of footage out there showing what happened. Again, I guess nobody on scene had a gun. No one had anything like that. Maybe, I don't know if he had it out and he was, waving it around, explaining to her that she's going to get shot if she continued to do what she did, if she didn't drop the weapon. I would guess he did that. And if he did that, there's no charge here. There's nothing here. I mean, they can't do anything. You're charging an innocent man in that case. I still have to review the notes. Police report, I have to review it. But I would imagine, since there's not as big, there would be an even bigger uproar if he did just pull it out and renegade, just started shooting this girl, Bryant. So it's a sticky situation. I don't want anybody to die, but you have to comply with what these officers are telling you. I mean, if you're going to hurt somebody else, they have to hurt you. It's just, that's just how it is. It's how it is. In hostage situations, if they can kill the person holding hostage, they'll do it in an instant. It's once you take control of someone else's life, once you have someone else's life in your hands, it's your life becomes you wager your life in that instant. And in a way, Bryant did this. She did this. And that's really the issue. It doesn't matter if she was, what really the context was, even if they were all best friends and whatnot. If she was playing with someone else's life, she forfeits her life in that moment. I don't care if she's black. I don't care if she's white. I don't care if she's purple, green, yellow, teal. It just doesn't matter. If I did that, I'd be shot. Probably faster, actually, considering the relations with the police in this country. I'd be shot faster. And that's kind of where it comes to. You can be mad, LeBron and Black Lives Matter, but you also need to recognize that in this instance, we would be shot too. Asians would be shot too. Anybody would be shot. And that's the point. It's like maybe the Chauvin, you can argue that the George Floyd situation wouldn't have happened if he was white. I don't know. Maybe that cop just sucked. I don't know. But in this instance, he can't really blame it on racial motives necessarily. You can't. And if you do, then you lack any sort of reason, I won't listen to you. And a large majority a large percentage of the country won't listen to you either. And it's just ridiculous to me. LeBron is very irresponsible for what he's saying. A lot of Black Lives Matter. I mean, I heard a story about Black Lives Matter finding out that there was a home invasion suspect. Didn't know, they heard his name, didn't know what he looked like, found out he was a white person, left immediately. This suspect, they left, didn't say anything to him just because he was white. It's not even about doing the right thing anymore. It's about pushing a cause. It's not about equality. It's about stepping up above others, in particular white Americans. And that's a big problem. That's a big problem. It's really it. So